What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here. So this storyline is one that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to see how it was gonna play out. And it's still playing out to a degree, but like, I have a baby that can come any goddamn day now, so I figured I'd just touch on it now. So I'm gonna play the video and then I'm gonna chime in. But before I even do that, let me just say this. There's a lot being made about the situation, and that is because it's a quote-unquote black woman. If this was a quote-unquote black man, this would not all be made about it at all. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It would not. Want to know why? A few reasons. If it was a quote-unquote black man, a man, he would have said, you know what? I fucked up, man. I knew better. I know better. I'm supposed to do better. And I'm more upset with myself than anybody and anything right now. I'm pissed off at myself. I let myself down. I let my team down. I let my family down. And I let my country down. And I understand that there's repercussions for my actions. I'm not happy about this. And I wish I could go back in time to change it, but I can't. I can only be better going forward. So this wouldn't have been no media fucking frenzy, no nothing. It wouldn't have been turned into anything racial, because again, they really don't give a fuck about the quote unquote black man in that regard. But the quote unquote black woman, the quote unquote liberal black female, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna turn that into a storyline, and that's what this is. And the biggest thing is the difference in accountability. In that example that I just went over, that's what accountability looks like. This storyline has been able to grow and grow and grow like this because, obviously, I say this all the time, women are allergic to accountability, man. That's not something that they're with.
Umar, we were just talking about the young lady. This crisis really is a local crisis for us here in Dallas, because the young lady that's been put out of the 100 so far, 100 meters, is she's from Dallas. She's a local hero here in Dallas for a lot of kids, a lot of people just crazy about her. What do you think about that situation?
I think it's unfortunate, and I would venture to say that had she not been an American African, I think the Olympic Committee would have possibly looked the other way, given the circumstances.
He's saying that had she not been black, the Olympic Committee may have looked the other way. Now, look, what I don't like about people that try to bring up this argument is that it strips away accountability. It strips away accountability. You need accountability. And I was having this conversation the other day with somebody. Look, shame is good. Communities need shame. Now, and obviously in proper doses, right? But shame is healthy. But when you strip away accountability, there's no shame. There's no shame. And then obviously there's no growth. So what Umar just said is that if she was not black, they probably would have looked the other way. But that does not hold her accountable to her actions.
Because her use of marijuana was done to help console her upon learning that her mother had passed to me. That is a very understandable use.
No. Actually, I'm not going to say no. You know, Umar, to you, that might be understandable use. To me, it's not. Look, first and foremost, if you don't smoke weed and then your mom passed, the first thing you're going to do isn't smoke weed. So I don't believe that as it is already. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that as it is already. That was just an excuse, I'm sure, that was just put out there, you know, which is messed up because you're using your dead mother to try to get you out of something. But again, you know, there's no shame there because obviously this is a liberal black woman, and there's no accountability, and that's probably what she's been taught her whole goddamn life. So yeah, that's a fucking shame. But again, Umar, no. Again, I'll repeat myself. If you don't smoke weed, right? If you do not smoke weed, if your mother dies, parent dies, you're not gonna go and just start smoking weed. That's not the first thing you're gonna do. So that, again, that tells me that she smokes weed. And again, you got your own life to live. You live your fucking life. You want to smoke weed? Knock your fucking self the fuck out. Do I recommend it? No, I recommend having a clear head at all times. Clear head at all times. Clear head at all times. So no, I don't recommend that. I don't condone that. I don't smoke weed. Have I in the past? Yeah, obviously, you know, middle school, high school, college. Yeah, you know, I smoked. I smoked. Yes, you know, there's a lot of things that I've done. But do I do them now? No. When I was a child, I did childish things, and now I'm not a child. I put away such childish things. You know, very, very simple. You know, so again, I'm not here to judge. First of all, I can't judge anybody. So I don't want people to think that that's what it's about. You want to smoke weed, smoke. So, you know, smoke your goddamn brains out. You know, knock yourself out. But you know, you have to be held accountable to your actions. And if there's repercussions to smoking weed for and whatever medium that you're doing it in, whether it's your work and now you lost your job or whatever the case may be, then that's it. That's it. And you're gonna have to deal with that.
Of marijuana. And she should not have been punished for that. I understand rules are rules.
See, you're contradicting yourself. How are you going to say you don't think she should have been punished for that, but then you understand rules are rules? Come on, dude. And this is why Umar, look, again, people think I got this huge issue with Umar. No, I don't. I respect Umar when he's talking about school psychology and stuff like that. I have a boatload of respect for Umar. Look, I'm the type of person, I understand that there are people that are great at certain things and not so great at other things. And with that being said, I'm the type of person that I know how to keep things in proper order and they're in a proper place. So Umar is great when he's in this proper place. My issue with Umar is he falls out of his proper place quite often. And it's for several reasons. One, he's addicted to the quote unquote fame, if you want to call it that. So he always just talking. So he can remain relevant. Two, he likes to kowtow to the liberal black woman. Which is interesting because he's like a Pan-Africanist. So I'm pretty sure those two don't go hand in hand in their respective doctrines. I gotta look that up again, but I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it, or if someone wants to correct me on it in the comments, please do. But let me get back to the video. Look. Umar says a lot of things that I agree with, and he says a lot of things that I don't agree with, and this is one that I don't agree with at all.
But again, had she not been one of us, given the circumstances, I think this would have never come out.
Yeah. And look, just to pay a little bit of credence to that, is it possible that if she was white, then they probably would have stuck under the rug? Look, yeah, it's possible. Anything's fucking possible, right? Would that be quote unquote right or quote unquote equitable? No, not necessarily. It depends on how you look at it. No, but does she have the power? Does she have the power to control all of that? The answer is yes. And I just said this in the video I just did. Black people don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to be held accountable, and that's why you have no power. We, and when I say we, I mean quote unquote black people, keep deferring away our fucking power by putting the choices in the hands of the people that you claim to be your oppressor. You give them the choice. It shouldn't be up to the goddamn quote unquote governing body of the Olympics to say whether or not she can run or not. It should have never come to them. But it's able to get to them because, again, black people and this girl, woman, whatever you want to call her, female, Sha'carri, didn't want to take responsibility or accountability for her actions. Real simple.
What about the swimmer? What's his name? The one who won all the gold medals. You know, he got caught.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, he got caught with tons of that stuff. And
was he ever punished?
No.
There you go. Case in point.
I don't remember if Michael Phelps was punished or not. Again, some of y'all could let me know in the comments if you know or not. I do remember all of that happening, but I don't really remember how it all played out. So definitely someone could drop it in the comments if you know to let everybody else know.
Double standard.
Yeah.
Jim Crow law.
Look, double standard. Look. Is there a double standard? Yes. It should it come as a fucking shock or surprise? No, it should not, man. No, I made many videos about this. Look. This is a quote unquote white country. If you're quote unquote black in quote unquote white country, you don't think there's gonna be a double standard? Like, come on. Stop drinking that fucking kumbaya, come together Kool-Aid. All right? Take the kufi off your fucking head and get a grip. Wake up and smell the fucking roses. Life is what it is. All right? Do you see all the animals just all coming together and just chilling together, huh? Do you? Do you see the squirrels and the goddamn pigeons chilling together? No, you don't. If you did, wouldn't that come across as a shock to you? Like, oh, right, what the hell is that? What is going on here? Wouldn't that be something to see? So how come we don't understand that when it comes to us? I'm not shocked. And again, I'm on record stating this: if this was a quote unquote black country, where the population percentages were swapped, I'm not sitting here saying that I'd be like, well, I want to give up my quote unquote privilege. No, why the hell would I want to do that? So, Umar, for someone to walk around and talk like, oh, I'm so smart and most requested and shit, says a lot of dumb shit sometimes, man. A lot of this stuff, and look, if y'all been watching me or listening to me, y'all know what I'm about to say. This shit is basic, man. Most things are basic. But the problem is, most of us don't know how to divide. Most of us don't know how to divide. You gotta divide it all the way down to the root. All the way down to the root. When I deal with things and when I address things. When I come up with solutions for things, I do that all by coming to the root. I always go back to the root.
Never been disqualified.
This event is for people that want to get into real estate.
It wasn't just, here's how to flip a house. It's here's how to have a...
But when will we stop facing these things like this?
Well, from a behavioral psychology perspective, from a very basic behavioral psychology perspective, all behavior is a consequence of context and consequence. All behavior. Yours, mine, animals, plants, it doesn't matter. Anything that breathes, its behavior is a result of context and consequence. And by context, We're speaking of the culture that exists, which basically says what is allowed and not allowed, what is tolerated and what is not tolerated. What you can do in one place, you can't do in another place because the culture doesn't accept it. So America has a culture that allows black people to be treated as second-class citizens. But then black people are as responsible as the government, because if behavior is a result of consequences, we don't offer any consequences. There are no consequences for the government, for white corporations, for the police.
There'll never be any consequences, Umar, because you don't have any power, because you don't take responsibility for your actions, because you don't take accountability for your actions. That's why you'll never have any consequences, because you don't have any fucking power. And by you sitting here saying, well, I get the rules are the rules, but I don't agree with it because, you know, she should be cleared of all charges of wrongdoing because her mother died. She said she smoked a blunt. Look, man, get the fuck out of here with all that dumb shit. And then this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, y'all. If y'all with me on this, please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I want to keep playing this video, but this nigga talking mad slow, and he talking some bullshit.
Black people are not known to give out systemic consequences to anyone.
Because they can't, dude. Because they can't. And I'm talking to y'all because we can't. And I've spoken about this before in videos that I've done about voting. You can't hold anybody accountable because you can't hold yourself accountable. Let me speed past to see what else is on here.
Of welfare, mandatory mandatory minimum sentences for nonviolent drug offenses. Put more black men in jail than probably any president in American history, a Democrat. We put Barack Obama in office, totally ignored black people's issues. All he could see was women. All he could see was immigrants. All he could see was LGBT. Did nothing for black people. Now he's running around now talking about police genocide. But you were president for 8 years. Did nothing about it. Took everything we fought for and gave it to every other group except the people who died for it. Joe Biden. Black people come out and vote for him. And I think we may have voted for Joe Biden in greater numbers than Obama.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all can believe that shit if y'all want to.
And the first thing he does when he gets in office is signs an LGBT bill. And I don't have a problem with the bill.
I made a video about that too.
But that bill doesn't come before black people. And then he signs the anti-Asian hate bill. I don't have a problem with the anti-Asian hate bill. But it doesn't come before black people. Because we built this country. And we're the ones responsible for you getting in office. Joe Biden still hasn't done anything to push back against police genocide, to push back against miseducation, to push back against gentrification. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, y'all, because he's just going on and going on. And he's talking a little too slow for me to play the whole thing. So if y'all want, y'all could check out the video of Dr. Umar Johnson on Sha'carri Richardson's Olympic suspension. But again, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drop something in the comments. Until next time, y'all.